This morning, the Metro Atlanta community remembers an influencer whose body was found in Cobb County.
My sister was found in these woods like an animal.
Leela Brown could not hold back her emotions after the death of her sister, social media influencer Beauty K Couch.
She did nothing to anybody for anyone to want to do her like this. How did it get here? I just can't believe this.
She was young, successful, loved, an influencer with her whole life ahead of her. But one night, everything ended in flames. Her car was found burning on the side of the road. And when firefighters put the fire out, they discovered her body lying in the woods, murdered and left like nothing. This is the brutal killing of influencer Beauty Couch, a case filled with rage, betrayal, and pure evil. So the story begins. August 23, 2023, Austell, Georgia. Just after noon, smoke rose from the woods off Joe Jerkins Boulevard. Firefighters arrived to find a silver Hyundai Sonata fully engulfed. When the flames died down, they traced the license plate. The car belonged to 22-year-old Beauty Katera Couch, and Beauty was nowhere near it. She hadn't been seen since the previous evening. This is where her story ends, but to understand how it reached that point, we start with who she was. Beauty Katera Couch, the skeeter who lit up screens. Beauty grew up in Austell, a small city west of Atlanta. She lived with her mother Kimberly and younger sister Layla in a quiet neighborhood. From her teens, she was on roller skates. By 2021, she had turned that passion into a full-time brand, at Beauty Katera on Instagram and TikTok. 156,000 followers on Instagram alone. Her videos were simple but magnetic. Smooth skating to R&B and hip-hop, bright smiles, perfect footwork, pastel outfits. She taught paid classes at local rinks, posted tutorials, and sold merch. WSB TV once ran a segment calling her Atlanta's roller skating sweetheart. She was making real money doing what she loved. Family said she had just signed a new rink partnership the week she disappeared, the relationship that changed everything. Early 2023, Beauty met Eugene Louis-Jocques, 21, originally from Naples, Florida. Both were skaters. He moved to Georgia to be closer to her. At first it looked cute, couple skate videos, matching outfits, comments full of heart emojis, but behind the camera, things shifted. Kimberly and Layla later told 11 Alive that Eugene became controlling. He didn't like her teaching male students. He didn't like how many people watched her. Arguments grew louder. Beauty still posted happy content, but family saw the difference in her eyes. Morning, Beauty taught a 10 a.m. class at Sparkles in Hiram. Afternoon, filmed 2 new reels in her driveway. Evening, texted friends. She was staying home. No plans to go out. Last outgoing message at 9:47 p.m. Phone went silent after that. What the evidence shows. Inside the family home that night, an argument started. It turned physical. Eugene used a sharp object, likely a knife. He stabbed Beauty multiple times in the upper torso. Medical examiner later counted the wounds. Deep, deliberate, clustered around the chest and neck area. No defensive injuries on her hands and arms. She fell in the house. After the attack, Eugene wrapped her body in bedding. He dragged her out the back door, loaded her into the trunk of her own silver Hyundai Sonata, drove a short distance to the wooded area off Joe Jerkins Boulevard and Lander Street, pulled her out, and left her in the brush, poured accelerant over the car and set it on fire. Walked away. The fire was meant to destroy fingerprints, DNA, any trace. It almost worked. A 22-year-old woman who taught little girls how to skate backward was now lying stabbed and hidden while her car burned a few yards away. Her phone was off. Her followers kept liking her last reel. No one knew yet. The morning after, August 23, just past noon, how did investigators connect the burned car to the body in the woods? And how did they find the man who did it? The fire was out. The silver Hyundai Sonata sat blackened and steaming on the side of Joe Jerkins Boulevard. Cobb County officers ran the plates. The car belonged to Beauty Katera Couch, 22, of Austell. They drove the short distance to her family home. When officers asked if Beauty was home, she said no. She hadn't come back last night. That was the first official missing person report. The search began immediately. The discovery in the woods. While one team spoke to the family, another walked the tree line behind the burned car. Less than 50 yards into the brush, an officer saw something that didn't belong there. A human body, partially covered by leaves and branches, female, multiple stab wounds visible on the upper torso.
To the death of a 22-year-old influencer named Beauty Coach. Cobb County Police telling us the 21-year-old Eugene Louis-Jocques from Florida was taken into custody in Louisiana. Couch was found dead in the woods near her home in Austell on Wednesday. Fire crews initially responded to the area for a brush fire and found a car fully engulfed in flames with Beauty's body next to it.
Crime scene tape went up. The medical examiner was called. By late afternoon, the body was positively identified as Beauty Katera Couch. Cause of death: multiple sharp force injuries to the chest and neck. Manner: homicide. No weapon recovered at the scene, no purse, no phone, no keys. The first 24 hours of investigation. Investigators worked outward in circles. House search, blood in the hallway and the living room, later matched to Beauty. Signs of cleanup, bleach smell, wet floors, rag marks from the living room to the back door. 2-car examination. Trunk yielded trace blood and hair consistent with Beauty. Accelerant used was ordinary gasoline from a red plastic can. 3 digital trail. Beauty's phone last pinged at the family home around 10:30 p.m. on August 22. After that, nothing. Eugene Louis-Jacques' phone, however, left the Austell area that same night and kept moving west. 4 witnesses. Neighbors reported hearing raised voices from the Couch home around 10 p.m. One saw a man matching Eugene's description, carrying something heavy to the Sonata's trunk. Eugene becomes the focus. By the evening of August 23rd, detectives wanted to speak to Eugene Toby Louis-Jacques. He was nowhere in Georgia. August 24, nationwide alert issued, charges prepared in anticipation, murder, aggravated assault, arson, tampering with evidence. The traffic stop August 25th, 2023. Slidell, Louisiana. Just after 2 p.m., St. Tammany Parish deputy pulls over a gray Nissan Altima for an expired tag. Driver, Eugene Toby Louis-Jacob. The deputy runs the name, immediate hit on the Georgia murder warrant. Eugene taken into custody without incident.
Well, developing closer to home, a man is in custody for the murder of a 22-year-old woman in Cobb County. Police say 21-year-old Eugene Louis-Jacques is suspected of killing Beauty Couch.
Booked into the jail at 3:17 a.m., bond denied the same morning. 48 hours, from a burned car to a body in the woods to handcuffs in another state. The evidence trail was short, fast, and unmistakable. September 1, 2023, September 17th a.m., Eugene Toby Louis-Jacques walked into the Cobb County Adult Detention Center in handcuffs and an orange jumpsuit. The arrest was over. Now the long machinery of justice began to turn. First appearance and bond hearing. September 2, 2023, magistrate court judge reviewed the arrest warrant. 6 charges were read aloud: malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, arson in the 2nd degree, concealing the death of another, tampering with evidence. Prosecutors asked for no bond. Defense did not contest. Eugene was ordered held without bond. The grand jury, October 2023. October 17, 2023, Cobb County grand jury sat for less than 2 hours. Detective testimony, crime scene photos, medical examiner report, phone records, true bill returned on all 6 counts. Formal indictment filed the same day. Pre-trial motions and delays, 2023 to 2025. November 2023 discovery. Exchanged 400 pages of reports, 300 plus crime scene photographs, body cam footage from Louisiana arrest, full autopsy report. June 2024, state announced it would not seek the death penalty. Life without parole remains on the table. October 2024, defense requested continuance for additional forensic testing. March 2025, new defense attorney assigned, public defender conflict, reset calendar. August 2025, prosecution filed notice of intent to use prior acts, previous controlling behavior to Beauty, hearing pending. November 2025, current status, no trial date has been set. Eugene remains in Cobb County Jail. Next scheduled hearing, January 2026, motion calendar, 2 years and counting. A family waits while calendars fill and empty. Evidence sits in boxes while a courtroom stays dark. The case is legally alive, but for Beauty's loved ones, every delay feels like another wound. With the trial still somewhere on the horizon, the focus has shifted to memory, to healing, and to warning others. The roller skating community that lost its spark. At Beauty Katera's last Instagram post is still up August 20, 2023, a 15-second clip of her doing a crazy leg in pastel skates. Over 400,000 views. Comments still come in every week. Still can't believe you're gone. Teaching my daughter your moves. Justice is taking too long. Local rinks in Atlanta held memorial skate nights. For months, they dimmed the lights, played Beauty's favorite songs, and skaters wore pink wristbands. Sparkles in Hiram still keeps a small shrine in the corner. Her photo, fresh flowers every Friday. Lessons that came too late. Beauty's case became a reference point in Georgia domestic violence circles. Young black women aged 18-24 are 3 times more likely to be killed by a partner than the national average Georgia Coalition Against Domestic Violence 2024 report. Influencers often hide controlling relationships because the brand has to stay perfect. Friends later said they noticed Eugene answering Beauty's phone, showing up uninvited to her classes, but no one spoke up loudly enough. No new statewide laws came directly from her death, but several Atlanta ranks now require 2 adults present at private lessons, and some influencer management groups added relationship safety check-ins to their contracts. A 22-year-old who taught thousands how to glide never got the chance to skate away from the person who hurt her. One argument, one knife, one match, and a light went out that still hasn't been replaced. The message Beauty left behind. If someone is checking your phone, showing up everywhere you go, telling you who you can teach, who you can film with, that is not love. That is control. And control can turn deadly faster than most people realize. Tell a friend, tell your mom, save screenshots, have a code word, leave while you still can. Beauty's story is finished on this earth, but her warning is still rolling. If this moved you, share it. If it opened your eyes if you want more stories that turn pain into prevention, subscribe. We keep telling them so no one else has to live them. Rest in peace, Beauty Katera Couch. The skates still spin because of you.